opportunity.
We've got Wolves on
to
attack.
take us even further in
And
this series.
what do we end at? A 3-3 pistol, right?
We'll start here now to build upon that success they found already.
Do we end at 3-3? No, Fnatic just lost with double pistol.
Side. Of course, they're meaning
4-2
Fnatic
pistols.
on the defense. The early exchange limited from both sides. Slow stuff from Wolves. Maybe trying to get a bit of a read on what Fnatic might be up to.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. Is
A lot of classics.
no real
Got
counter
war
to
info
a chamber,
over to
right?
ward short.
Unorthodox in terms of the positioning and
And they got a flash.
timings of some of these peaks.
Flash
Expect
on the
Wolves
door,
to
so it
be
hits either
very
side,
cautious here on
maybe?
the attack.
Well, you've got to be.
Above the door?
It's still getting to grips with this composition, what they want to do. Hard to find comfort. And the presence
Oh no, flash above.
Cat is at least going to trigger.
Okay, that's
the
kind of
wall,
nice
but the
though. They managed to
pressure
find out the walls there. Omen
final
flash goes in, hits
destination
2 over
looks
towards
like
B
that
main.
B site, but
Dude,
there's bodies
3
here,
on
right?
site for
By the way,
Fnatic.
slowed
Might be
down the way
feeling
in, but
right here
one
though.
found here, Lysor.
Yeah,
Nice
Boss
late
has got a
chronicle.
smoke to play around. He's got
Fall.
Yoru, no flash to get
Oh,
through though.
Forcing him forward. They're going to try and flood early. Fnatic forced to fight and they win out to an extent. But back in the mix, Wolves try and find stability down that cat side. The Kayak slipped through. Are they even aware of the possibility?
Yeah, they know.
Caution being displayed. Kayak, that new gun, that young
Whoa.
Wolves side.
Do they
is
fast
out for
flood
now.
with time?
In a 1v3 with 10 seconds. Trying to be a little techie with this.
Oops,
Not
okay,
gonna
very
happen.
nice.
Wolves, big
Not bad,
start.
not bad from Wolves. Full free.
Again, something
Yeah, they were
touched
just
on
super aware on the guy
by
on
the
site as well.
desk.
Just
Look
the
for
double swing was
Lysor
pretty
to
nice
be
there.
the factor to really put the pressure on Fnatic in terms of their approach to the retakes. In terms of shutting down on those points of entry. This utility is so key to Wolves' success. I guess on the flip side of that, looking towards Fnatic, maybe finding clean engagements. Oh, that was paused in real time, but the screen was still moving.
Ooh, a little bit of pressure here. Hold on.
we
Fnatic
got
might be going walkabouts.
An
And
outlaw
it's,
can one-shot everyone.
Free food for
And they're
Wolves.
allowed
It looks
one
like
death on this one.
Who's the one who's deadly really in this scenario. Maybe Kron 2 does have that sheriff. Ooh, why you? He's happy with that though, still alive.
Alphas,
Through the smoke, heard
Pursuing
one running
further.
over towards spawn.
I think maybe reading that
But
this
they push
rotation has
B
come
main.
through and
Would you not use the info to
crashes and
stack
Chronicle
B?
to maybe try and complement that.
Oh, they're being herded, man. Alpha.
2 bullets.
Oh my god.
Pointing
Oh.
the next one second.
I thought
Unlucky.
that second
With a
looked
tag,
sharp,
yeah, but no headshot.
no, and now they got issues, right? Oh, that's a far fight to be had against every weapon that outdoes his classic at this point. But they're so unwilling to go towards B. You can imagine why, right? You can imagine there's going to be a stack here. You can imagine there's going to be presence here, and there is. YU does very well to thread the needle straight up middle. Did they dare try and give it through? It's a risky move. It's a messy bit of Val. But they've actually managed
It's
to
okay.
navigate
Oh, and they're
away
getting the
from
gun
most
out of there as well.
threats. Until now. One good landed.
Juicy
They're trying
man's
to get
cracking
that
me up.
strike away, get it to safety.
Got the
Sherpa
gun out of there. Alfred still picked up a gun though.
Down to 30 HP, but has got himself a Guardian now.
Oh,
Retrieved
Christ.
all the way from spawn.
Oh no. Why does this feel like the death of them? 13 seconds, but he passed up towards tree instead. Whoa.
What an absolute shot that is.
Alcatel with the
shot.
TP as well. Big ring for him to play in.
What's that post plan looking like?
God, that felt so
Okay, pretty
fast.
standard, right? Stat down to hell, that's it. They're much beyond that, slow and steady. They walk up. Oh
My
good
goodness,
God,
that was
Alpha.
close.
Every step feels deadly. And this is a bit of a problem here. Can't be
Ooh.
denied. A little bit of room to stack up on though. And now it feels so likely they're down here. Alpha Force even just Kron, and he ain't got it in him. Oh, that got
scary,
so
though.
sketchy for just that
Yeah, it got
headhunter.
really scary.
Ever a threat
They lost 2
YU.
guns. 2 guns, 1 armor,
3K
right?
from him.
Even 2 armors.
to find success here in the second round. Fnatic trying to draw blood. Able to maintain control of this round. Will weaken the purchase here for sure for Wolves.
Let's go, Juicy, Izzo!
There's
Juicy!
going to be 2 rifles on the table here for them. One being a Guardian in the hands of
Okay,
Juicy.
it's not the best bonus.
Fnatic fully flush in terms of their purchase.
Ooh,
Flash out,
that's
Anthony.
nice.
The
All
recon
over towards
does
B.
catch. Why you
Whoa.
to follow? Alpha,
And he didn't get too greedy.
a chance at the third,
Great
but
shots from him again.
just can't find
This is
it.
what we're saying. Wolves could come out with some of the best stuff ever, but if Alpha wants to be a raid boss and just kill everyone,
They slow the
you
roll
can
a
just
little
win it.
now. Wolves maybe looking to try and avoid Alpha. Maybe not a bad shout.
Yeah, they're going to go close. They're going to hear the chamber trip.
See if that BB will try and take control
Rock
here
for
of
chamber trip.
A-Main.
And he
Give
got a
some of the
Fawns.
utility on the way in. Paranoia in response here. Actually, a ping here
Omen
on
TP out. Spring's going for it.
conversion.
Hold up.
Kayak forced back 7 HP.
Hold
Now
up.
The Aldrone comes up. Alpha has to get out of the dodge.
Yeah, they're being slippery about this, but Boaster commits to it. Goes down for it too. Gives over the upgrade, but a 2v4 now is difficult.
Ooh, nice
and
shots.
Alpha looking like he's in control
Yeah,
here.
dude, Alpha looks great
Difficult
though.
position for CFAT BB. Position on main unaccounted for, really. Yeah, the checkmate
nice,
in the end.
triple swing.
Crashy, security to be had.
Good damage though.
Tough
2
to really
guns,
pin down
1
another
armor.
member of Fnatic there. Hunter's Fury available here though in round 4. Early
Yeah, this was cool.
progress from
Heavy
CFAT
stack over towards the sides, especially with the fawns, right? So you can at least
Perfect
slow
timing.
down the fast side hits on the sides with the fawns and the info that you're getting from the double trip, right? Wall and
harder for
Bring
Wolves.
me the hunger, bring me the passion.
they have basically
Trying to
just
rally the
info
troops here.
with delay of the
On
fawns
Ascent.
and then 3-person fight over towards middle
Alpha already
and then trying to combo off of their own smoke.
4-4, so we'll try and take control of mid
Dimmer
here.
again, use their smoke against them. You got a recon coming in from Crashies. Oh, drone. Okay.
That temptation.
If he gets one here,
Confidence, and
Ooh.
it is quelled. Lysol
Gonna say
off
if he
the
gets one, then
rip.
that's
Takes away
that's
the
a
big
slow.
man himself.
In
Opening
reaction,
up the
instant
map
recon clears over
possibilities
towards
now.
B, so they can take a bit of space, but they do lose middle.
You actually slipping into a very deep position
Drone
here.
goes out,
The rest of Wolves head
and
towards short. Potentially an ace split on the cards. Yes, Kayak will have his hands full. Finds the first.
No
Gets
way.
as well. That's the spike
yeah,
down in
one
main.
swings and one has
Such
util
control.
out, and Crashies with the pass on the recon
That
over towards B
counter
and
swing on the
push
other
B.
side, still taken down.
Yeah, a bit of a mess up from Wolves there.
3v2, but that
Just one
spike
util,
Mike is the biggest
one
problem
swinging.
in Kayak. Looking like a killer right now. Yeah. Ooh, nice
That's on a
lucky
slow
boy.
peek here, yeah.
Yeah, you can't be
Yeah,
doing
nicely
that.
done, bro. It's a sick round.
Why you? What are you meant to do? The obstacle course just to get the spike in your hands. It was near on impossible.
Swing together, yeah, 1
30
sec.
seconds, yeah. plenty
Pulls
of time,
util out.
sure, but there's just so
They,
many question marks here.
I mean, out of all of the rounds to do it as well, it's a
Shut
really
down
costly
any
one.
hope. Think about the youngster needing a couple of confidence builders. Just what you need for Kayak to get back online in this series.
Scary though, isn't it? It's like cool, they've taken down Alpha and then suddenly Kayak's got you this, the second. It was almost pre-fire on that swing. Like,
Yeah.
see if that BB, what are you meant to do?
30 seconds left.
Oh. Scary.
Side up
Scary.
here, Wolves reset. Couple of sheriffs to throw in here. Ultimate, sure, but
What you doing, bruv?
necessarily
he keeps doing that one.
an opportunity to
Okay, we
invest
got
these off
Outlaw. Got an Outlaw that can one-shot everyone.
Towards, depending on how this progresses, but yeah, up here quick, Warren.
Yeah, Alpha gonna take first contact. Plays in Kayak, who gets a look at
Very
this.
nice. I mean, that's a great way of doing it.
Every step the Wolves wanted
It's,
to take.
it's a similar
was
thought
covered.
process as well.
God, Alpha's hungry
Just
too.
info
Fancying
over
a little
towards the
more,
sides
but
and
might
just
have to
fighting
spread
heavy
the
middle.
wealth here a bit. They're looking vulnerable, and Alpha's looking.
It's a nice push as well from Vicer. Yeah, Chronicle.
Too easy almost there, Mike.
Okay, Wolves
Every
maybe with a
layer
timeout.
considered.
It's been a lot of aggro pushes over towards here
Take the
once
lead
they
here.
do feel like they're over towards the middle.
Alpha sit at 7 and 4.
Big timeout.
Chance here to
And you would imagine
Potentially
that Fnatic
find a
probably change up
response.
their setup as well.
again an absolute stranglehold set up here on the anti-eco from Fnatic. No real opportunity. I said Wolves were happy to kind of just walk up and
Nice, boys. Come on, boy.
almost bear the
That's
brunt
what I
of
like to
any
see.
setup in mid.
Both are getting a bit more vocal
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Because it's kind of been very composed until this point. Those first 2 maps looked like, okay, business as usual. We've been here, no worries.
Potentially indicative of, you know, maybe reading the room in terms of that loss on the previous map. And again, I don't think Fnatic are ever a team that walk in and go, yeah, we're going to 3-0 this series.
No,
but for sure.
Which map
He's
should
the leader that
Paper X ban? I mean, it depends who they play, mate.
everybody back on the same.
It depends who
sheet.
they play. Haven
I was
for
just
both
saying,
teams,
yeah,
obviously,
again,
and
these
then
ultimates are a little awkward.
they've got a decision to make for
Kind
the
of
other
set
teams.
things up, but certainly late round pieces here as Fnatic. I mean, look, in just a moment at the cushion they've already got behind them.
Yeah, 7K
Yeah,
on Boaster.
Boaster down at 7,300, Chronicle at 6,900. Everybody else sitting above 3,500 basically.
But a competitive start to things, as long as Fnatic don't start taking these rounds completely away,
Yeah.
right?
Alpha gets his
Still early days. At
Alpha gets his
3-2.
op out. We got the cross map lineup again. Just similar thing to what we've seen in terms of,
Now let's
and
see
it's one of
what
the better ways of
answer
using
is.
Vice.
You can
Even
already
this
see
in
that
ranked is like
Alpha
probably how you should be
wants to
using
involved
Vice.
in this.
He's already
Right,
got
just
the
making
upgrade
sure
here
that,
past
that you
across
can
from
have
Boaster.
either side's fawns to pump.
On the corner.
It's going forwards.
Oh, respecting the util enough to
Fawns
back away,
is
though.
just incredibly strong.
Deeper line, not by much.
Okay, change up from Wolves. Not much mid control, just straight up
It is here.
B main,
Wolves just
A main
wanna
control. Like fighting on either.
Potentially set a little bit of utility
So
up
fight
here
over
at
towards B main.
So implying that
They
yeah,
do a
as
trip in
things
case the op
confirm,
is trying to get aggro over towards here.
a split to try and get
And
behind.
then now they
Alpha.
take
No
middle.
confirmation just yet. See if Fat be looking for something with the drone. Won't find anything.
Okay,
but
shock to
we'll
break
isolate
trip. Drone to see if anyone's following up their
the
drone.
trip here in
But they've
pizza.
laid a clone down here so they can fake pressure over towards
Nervous
middle.
from trying to get past Alpha. Forced off, nice, really good
Big
start
Nice,
there.
that was great
Damage,
damage.
actually. Alpha down to 43.
Clone goes
That's
over towards
huge,
here,
and
Recon
they
goes
speed
out,
up on
and
this.
then
One
we're
with
we're sending it over
Plays
towards
it
site,
ahead.
and there's two
Wall
Sova
in
ults going
play,
at the
now
same
they're
time.
scattered and down to 3. You know,
Yeah, absolute
Crashies
chaos
then
on
invest
this.
the ult from the back lines.
Connects onto YU.
Plenty of problems now. Being stalled out somewhat on the cross towards the site. Looking for that reveal, not going to get it, but actually there it is. Oh,
Very, very nice. Great shots from him as well. This is a good recon from Crashies.
Houses on the site. Fnatic are not going to make this easy. Wolves have to dig deeper than that.
Almost a split decision there that Recon sent up and again, 2 bail out, 1 left. Stand his ground. It was Lysort. Connection from Crashies
This
here,
guy's dodging his own
crucial.
and the enemy team's.
Just
Oh,
to isolate a player, but also
Ultimate's ready.
confirm a kill. Chronicle crispy on the cleanup. Wolves right back in the firing line.
the Vice
now.
Flash, yeah, the Vice Flash is
Stinger,
nice.
these Sheriffs, some of those ultimates already relinquished.
Speaking of Vice Flash, pop the flash over
Gonna
towards
start
B, doesn't
seeing
hit
Wolves
anyone,
really
so you
put through
can
their paces
get
here.
him
This
set
is
up on the line aggro.
reinvented
Means you can
Fnatic,
save all of the
right?
Sova util.
Great shot.
Oh, there goes the Sova. How's he done this? Ult goes in, they can insta-react. Okay, but he's pushed over towards B. They can insta-react, hit over towards A. Okay, Fawns is going to get popped
The Alpha
early.
show, apparently.
Spring's going to be taking a 1v1 on the site.
Spring given a bit of room here. Does he find Boaster? It looks like he might
Omen
do.
Flash read the
And
Omen
gap
off is
was
crazy.
Brilliant from Spring. With the support system in place, it feels like you can't get away from Chronicle.
As Vice, but obviously they,
Actually,
oh
it
my
is
god.
just Alpha now. They've made something out of this.
Nice
Oh,
shot.
what a shot.
Dude,
Two
imagine it.
more.
Oh,
He's on
Jesus.
for it. Oh my god, they almost lined up. No way,
Oh.
Alpha. So many weapons. He's just going through the gun game.
No way,
He
what's
just
what?
wants to get out of there, Juicy. What do you do now? Tries to reset the tempo. One bullet to put to the body. One player to find. He's trying to do it right. Alpha needs to steady the nerves. Land. The
Oh
shot, the
my
miss.
god.
And now he knows the
This
other
is
side
one of
goes
the
to Juicy
weirdest
here.
rounds,
Just on
man.
that Sheriff. Trying to toy with him. Juicy again does it well. Come
No way, man. That was insanity to watch. And honestly, Alpha definitely had his chances there as
Mastercard
well.
thrifty
He knows
conversion
it.
here from Wolves.
He did good
And
to get
Alpha
into that
made
spot,
to
though.
look human in that 1v1.
Dude, this double kill over towards middle, though, touch the make this one even doable is
Alpha,
nuts.
A shake of the head.
Last player standing.
He said so many weapons at his disposal. Yeah, Juicy. Cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
That was the second kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's one of those.
But,
you're
but their
like,
money
just
must be
a
low,
reminder,
right?
yeah, that's-
Not
And that's
too
why you
bad.
saw
They win the
CFAT
eco.
maybe
There's
being
still
up there, giving
still
it,
two
you know,
people
that
that can't probably
encouragement,
buy
wanting it
next
to
if
do
they
well.
lose.
It's only going to help matters.
Yeah, Recon over
The
towards
Wolves, it
here,
was,
clears wine, clears close, and Boaster
A hard 4
Very
all
nice.
round. They were only on pistols.
knows that
Mike,
on their
wasn't
default they
much to
put
really
some
work
kind of
with.
trip
Stinger
over
to bring
towards
it
here,
down.
so this goes
Like that.
close, makes a trip,
Two sheriffs
makes a
alongside
step,
it.
and then breaks it. It creates pressure that they might
Scales
re-clear
back
this.
in their favour. Alpha back on an operator though.
Whoa.
Shut down here, Juicy. Making Fnatic's own operator work against them.
Yeah, and losing
That's a
the
confidence builder as well for
losing the
Juicy.
Vice with
Ascent quiet
Visal
until that
is
last round.
big.
Now starting to feel a bit more momentum. Slow build towards A creeping in.
Yeah, they tried to do the double
They heard
setup
the
over
rattle of
towards
the
short
ult,
as
they
well.
continue
Trip
marching
and wall.
towards that site.
Why are you looking for something in mid? We'll catch a glimpse of Crashies. Keep him in check for the time being. Boaster just throwing out the paranoid to try and slow things down.
He's got an angle, and he's quick with it. Needs to get a second here. Support on the
Great
way when he
shot.
falls. Boaster next on the chopping block. Overwhelmed,
Great shot as well.
but still delivering. Great shot towards Spring. Not standing alone, but backs away.
30 seconds on this recon, so retake.
Yeah,
Timing could
and
be
they got the
really
trip over
awkward.
towards
Having
short
the
as well,
awareness there
so
from Fnatic that
you would feel like the
potentially
Cypher has a
trap
kill here.
Laying in wait from Lysor's utility. The ultimate coming through from Kayak could open things up for Fnatic.
1, 2.
Seems like they're almost trying to ignore it. Don't know if it's going to know the
Uh-oh.
player off-site. It does.
Oh, no.
Absolutely does.
No, that's his own trip. That's his own
Utility in
team's
the
trip.
end. That's devastating. You can see Wolves scrambling now. Kayak giving them a way back in for Fnatic. Boaster removing one. Lysor, 7 bullets. No way.
It's a nice
Boaster's
try.
there.
No way,
Big
that's what
plays
went
from the
down.
main man. A little bit of a fumble
He
in
got
the end,
wrecked
it
by
felt
his
like
own
Kayak
deadlock
was
trip.
Very vulnerable, but
Yeah.
survived.
Almost friendly fire
Yeah.
will cause YU's downfall. A crazy turn of events on short towards Tree. Beautiful from Boaster though.
Oh, that's got to be gutting.
Clean up,
That's devastating. Man.
precise. And unfortunately, Wolves back to square one in terms of the finances.
That string around, Mike, it's staring at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blip in the
Oof.
7th, brilliant. It was
Win one,
exciting.
lose the
Got really
next.
chipped
Got to
away at
eco
the
like we said.
finances is the issue. We talked about early on that cushion being there.
Oh, and Kayak spotted this. That's 2. That's the alarm bells ringing, but it's Boaster left alone.
Let's have the paranoia. So again, you've seen him throw it
I mean,
out.
they
time
picked
and
the
time
right
again to try and
site.
slow things down.
Did
Able
they
to TP
they
away
leave?
this time
Oh,
around.
I tell you
Up
what,
towards heaven.
chat. Wolves have a
Safety
pretty good
in
go at
numbers
this.
here for Fnatic, but
I know they're eco, but they got a really strong
Wolves
after
side.
plant comp.
These post plants, they've been still struggling to hold, right? It's not easy. And the flood coming back through Tree, it looks like. Look at the players getting ready. 3 of them there. Now 4. And that
Well,
ult is an
gets
issue
rid of
for
the,
Wolves. Down on the
stinger,
pistols, down
that's
on the
it.
secondaries. Kayak kicks down the door, takes away Spring. Boaster!
How's he allowed to get away with that?
outrageous. Just goes for it to turn all the eyes towards him. But 3's still standing, they're still holding on. YU tries it, Juicy now. Last one
Hey,
alive.
not too bad in the
falls
end.
To his knees.
Cannot
Fnatic
believe Boaster's
looking
allowed to
solid
get
in
away
these
with that.
retakes.
I really can't.
Cleaned
I
up
guess it's an
once
eco,
more.
but chat, they don't know.
3 left
I get that you're
standing.
question
Again,
marking
the
it, but
finances
they haven't heard
swelling
many of the
further.
guns pop off, right? They think it could be a
6-3
full
the
stinger
scoreline.
buy. They had like
Into round
3k. Like most of them had like 3,000 plus. Most
Sound
teams
like
there
a
are
broken
stinger
record, but-
light armor.
The recovery factor tested once more. Try and find something in the home stretch.
Yeah, I get why he's
on the
losing
face
his
of
mind. There's a
fate.
couple of rounds where it's like,
I mean, it is.
It's looking
difficult. The
okay,
amount
and then
of
it
times
falls
maybe getting the
apart.
first pick, they're getting towards sight. They're pressuring, but then we get towards those back lines and those retakes, and that's just where it falls a bit short.
Yeah.
So now, buy back in play. What's the plan? Lysol's got ult, Spring's got his, one away from CFAT BB. YU a little further off and Juicy a little ways away as well, but trying to
Okay,
work
so
the map
B
here, but
default,
mid
put
is
the
still
trip
a
down.
problem. Still gonna have Alpha here.
Yeah, ever the threat.
but he
Operator
can.
in hand once more. Drone.
Drone
Does it
goes
catch him
out.
inside the
Alpha
smoke?
not letting that other round
Dealt
affect
with as
him.
well by Crashies, so
It was nicely done. Crashy shot the drone
No.
from far back.
Blair, which
I
point
dare you.
into the corner.
Uh oh.
I don't think they fancy that one actually. But they have managed to slip up cap, but I guess at the
Yeah,
trade-off
and we're
of
just dueling over
as well,
towards
they
short.
have that security there, Mike.
Yeah, Boaster. And sent out actually Kayak. Finds the backside of that. Juicy will fall.
Ooh.
Isolates Alpha yet.
So they still have wall over towards side, so the Vice util should kind of separate or at least delay this
Still
hit
open this
by
round, but the
a lot.
rotations are coming through. And
The great
fast.
recon.
Front gets captured. Taken away. YU falls in the
Damn,
meantime.
Boaster, man. Wow,
They fall like a
Boaster.
house of cards.
Boaster.
How's Boaster done this?
Another
TP up the top?
3K from him to shut down round 10 in quick succession as well.
Show me that replay. Was he up on top of the box? This was just Kayak playing from main, but this was 30 seconds left. On the site, and now where's Boaster here? Yeah, up on top. Completely unawares.
Oh my.
Fantastic work
Big play.
from the leader of Fnatic. Now a full Chico from Wolves. You heard it, the tour de force in hand for Alphayer as well. Just a Hunter's Fury to try and swing things back in Wolves' favour.
Oh god. Out of everyone
Dude,
trying to come
this
towards
I feel like I'm.
Whoa,
Whoa, that's fast. That's really fast. I was gonna say I feel like I'm seeing a recon kill
This is his
per
man.
round at the moment.
There's not much to be said about it. Why you can fight the good fight, but Alpha
Damn,
is
he's-
not
Down mid.
missing.
Dude, that shot was so
Now
fast.
Spring in a 1v4. It feels like they got given just that drop of hope to only have
Show me
it
that in.
taken away.
Show me that in real time, and then
Fnatic
maybe a slow mo.
fully in control, Mike.
Last round before the switch.
Mid, oh, dude, they fight
Get
so
the
heavy at
purchase
mid.
back,
But
but
again, this recon is getting
getting short of
so
Juicy
many
finding
scans every single time.
An ult orb here ahead of dying.
Like Crashy's impact in terms of just assists is so good.
That ult cycle just hasn't improved. Turn the
Jesus.
flash, the readjustment.
Dude, he
just
turns the flash midway through as well. That's
from Alpha.
unbelievable. Also, sick replay. We got exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, the
That's a
panic.
horrible thing.
Real time and then
Let's
slow-mo.
see if he's charging me down.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. See you next round.
Listening.
And sadly, it feels like Wolves have hit that brick wall. And they won't be the first to feel it, but let's also look
One,
at the
two,
purchase right
three
now.
ops.
Have you noticed something? There's a firing squad.
There's a lot of
I've
ops
heard
there.
about these days.
And we watch over towards top
many
middle
days
so that
ago
Alpha
about
can
Fnatic.
take the angle again. This is
Three
the
operators
kind of
out and about,
anti-Killjoy
and one of
angle.
them is taking a walk.
Oi.
And this, and
Oi,
actually
oi,
a
oi. I mean,
bad
sometimes you have a
miss
sick round,
from Alpha.
sometimes you look like me.
Step
Still
too
good.
far.
Time to jump. I know exactly where.
Gives the neural theft across as well, so going to give a ton of information to Wolves. Maybe a little complacent here in round 12.
Oh,
Nice
Boaster,
shot.
look, it may shock you if you don't see it often,
Got
but he's
another-
damn
got another
good for that
ult if he
operator,
wants
but
it.
switching it out for the
Definitely
rifle
keep an
now.
eye on this flank
The
though.
luck, though,
Yeah, we
while
got a
he was
good luck on the
eventually
go.
they can stall out
Luck
enough
against
time.
a double info
He could be
sentinel.
the checkmate to
Holy.
this.
Now actually the Hunter's Fury from CU Fat BB.
Yeah, and this can delay even longer as well.
Have to pick up the
How
pace.
much does he get from the luck?
Get moving on the flank, slowly creeping closer. He has to play this right, and he strikes on the first. Not gonna mince
Oh,
his
that looked like a
words
nice little
here.
transfer.
Spring leans out from main, and complacency, a key word here, Mike, that you said about this. Maybe a small mistake, and that's
Oh,
all it takes.
Four's-
Four rounds
Four's
to be
not
gathered by
bad.
Wolves.
Four's very doable
Almost
this
a
comp.
bailout given to Wolves here to find a fourth. Something to stop the momentum potentially from boiling over into the second half.
Holy, in the YouTube
There's
chat.
a window of
Barris.
chance. It is so
Barris with
slim,
10
though, right? You are
gifted
on
memberships.
the
Thank you so much, Barris.
ropes
Thanks for
in
doing
this
that, bro. I
one.
appreciate you,
A
mate.
miss from out for a weird purchase. But if you're Wolves, you'll take that. A gift given. And a chance made for them now. But
Everyone in the
only four,
YouTube
it's a
chat, say
long
thank you to Barris.
way
Thank you, mate.
back. And of course we have a treat for you guys playing along at home. We're going to hand it over to the
Get the
one
slug to
and
do the
only
oil.
Vansili, who's been doing wonderful work with NRG Scuba and Marder.
Vansili here back on the floor. I'm joined now by Mata and by Scuba. Mata over here and Scuba of Team Energy. Toronto, give it up here for Energy. Mata, I know that in different circumstances, you'd have been on this stage playing with Energy, but at least you're here in Masters Toronto. What's it like being here today?
I mean, it's amazing. I love the city. I love the crowd. You guys are fantastic. Like, the energy's crazy in here. I love it.
Homegrown Toronto, give it up to Mata. Scuba, you are also the latest addition now to Energy. You have a chance to prove yourself during Split 2 of the VCTs in Americas. Watching this from the sidelines, how eager are you to step on the stage?
I'm so excited, man. I've been waiting so long for a chance to play at an event like this, and it's honestly a dream come true.
Awesome, and now let's talk about this game. We have now Fnatic versus Wolves, a crazy comp that Fnatic is coming out so far in this tournament, this double Sentinel. What's it like? And Mata, you told me you scrimmed against this composition too, and as a duelist, how do you deal with this double Senti comp?
Well, I mean, from Wolves' perspective, it's definitely hard because they only have Sova, and I think Alfear and Kayak are doing a great job of being like really annoying in mid and kind of making it really hard to clear out these like spots. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to peek Kayak, it's hard to peek Alfear, so you gotta be on point against this team. I think Wolves actually doing good though. Wolves did a good job.
Awesome, and then for you, Scuba,
Yeah,
just
you might be right.
what are your predictions going into the series?
They did
Since you
good.
know Wolves finally are starting to make a comeback in this series, they're still down a map. Do you think this is going to a map 5?
I think we all want to see a map 5, no?
Do we all want to see a map 5 in Toronto? Indeed we do. Let's toss it back here to the game.
He was too excited to get his words out.
It takes
Leviosa with the
certain
prime. Thank you
capability
so much, dude. I
to
appreciate
push
that.
Fnatic
Thank
to
you.
their limits. This half is where we find out
That was
if
fun.
Wolves are within that cut. At 8-4, there's a chance, Mike. The Coinbase Econ report kind of tells you what's been happening. Kron, Alpha, I mean, it's the entirety of the squad doing well. But the question mark becomes, is there still gas in the tank for Wolves, Mike?
Okay, dude, if Wolves get this pistol,
I know.
if Wolves get this pistol,
Like I said, don't want to
this
sound
is gonna get
like a broken record.
it's gonna get pretty exciting.
Up against the ropes now, everything to play for, and almost nothing to lose in terms of stepping onto this stage in Toronto. They've given their heart, they're all, but one half away now from potentially closing the door on that dream, or a chance to
1-0
redeem
on this map.
themselves and push the sunset.
4-3 altogether.
I know a lot of us would want it.
I do.
Yeah, same. Look, there's not often that we
Whoa.
kind of root for a
Oh
side, but
my
we want the
goodness.
best
I think
between
both these
these
shots
two.
were nice.
1-1 trade out, but
Jesus,
Lysol
everyone's
wants
doing
more.
it.
Hungry.
Who's next?
Chase it down, but Alpha
2 bullets.
has been devastating. Still does good damage. Backs away. Lysol. Oh!
Whoa!
Banging
Spike
shot.
down mid.
Anything you can do, I can do better. But there's still bodies behind this. Crashies is curious. And that shot
That'll
dart
do it.
lethal.
That will do
Down
it.
to
Big
a 2v2
2v2.
now. Spike's still loose. Not committed either side.
Boaster yet to rear his head. Chance to upgrade here. 2 smokes available for them. Wolves, almost a split focus here.
Okay, cool as B. Wait. Yeah?
Utility set
Yeah.
up towards B.
they got a camera.
Slowly
They got a
drifting
camera,
that
but at
way.
the same time, he cannot feel comfy to check it.
Real quick.
Like it's just every so
30
often.
seconds left.
They're probably gonna hear it at one point as well.
Play together on the retake
Got to
potentially.
be careful with these sight lines though.
I am a bit worried he's drifting.
Yeah, there we go.
Now they know about the camera.
And the camera knows about them.
Bots
There it
2,
is.
you would imagine.
Easy.
Well, hang on.
Wait,
Wait, Boaster.
There was no support there for a second. Now, luckily for
Ah,
him,
Boaster survives
Boaster
2
didn't
HP,
fight
goes
back.
over
He
towards
barely
B
gets
main.
to
It's a
breathe
good
his way
plant
away
though.
from
Crashies
the
recon
2 HP.
30 seconds. We ain't seen that.
Crashies, the new addition.
Still got 1 shock dart, but again, that recon going to
Boaster
be
is a smoke.
another 20 seconds or so away. Boaster sets up. A little disconnected here.
He had to run. He had to get out of dodge. See if that BB
Towards
gonna
great
force that
info.
down the Crashies. Lives. And now time becoming a factor. Boaster's position going to make it difficult. Smoke comes in, allows Crashies.
Recon in
So
1.
low. And now the tap for the
What a
strike.
shot.
Great shot. And now it's surely
No
the
way.
Sunset.
Nicely done. Boaster did so much just by staying alive, to be honest.
The vintage duo knows how to play this one.
The push and pull in full effect here. Crashies, probably the one dictating exactly what's
smoke?
happening
Yeah, the
here
smoke is great.
in the post plant.
Dude, so many insane shots here this round.
And closed out confidently. A 9th on the board for Fnatic.
Let's go, baby. You me, baby. You me. Once again.
And that dynamic duo
Once
that's
again.
shot so many times so far this
Okay,
year.
give me a rough one for Wolves. Doable still though.
Could put
Very,
Fnatic
very
in the
doable.
driver's seat here.
Yinzu in pieces, obviously. Classics now. All that Wolves have to try and deny double digits. As Fnatic heard it from them. They've been eyeing up those finals. They wanted this. Taking risks, rebuilding. And a stack. Oh, damn, I didn't even see it. Right, gonna be on red alert though. Again, hell, they can turn flashes like they're nothing.
Oh man, the
And
trip.
It's just free farm, baby.
The
It's
trip
all too
slowed all
easy
four.
to make it to 10.
The slow field just trapping Wolves, unable to sink their teeth into this setup. Double digits acquired here. And almost a throwaway round from Wolves, just looking for maybe a kill or something to try and set themselves in motion, but it doesn't come through.
Okay,
Rifles in hand
Odin.
now, see you fat BB. Rolling
The
back the years, and
Odin's
Odin
out.
purchased. See, both just going to bring a stinger in here, so protecting that future purchase.
Interesting as well from Fnatic. They used a few defaults.
Oh, deals with the trip. Nice and early here. That's it, flash through.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
late
that's
fight
the
over towards B
issue.
main, but they don't really
Pin
get
down
too
Alpha,
much.
if he gets flash, feels the
Yeah, they
heat a
didn't
little
push
bit.
off of the angle.
Get out so quickly.
Rip over towards mid, gets broken by the shock.
Fast
And we
as
have the
well,
wall
right?
down over towards
Cam
A, and I
gone,
kind of like the
trip
early,
gone.
they're punishing this
We're
with
above
someone
a
at
minute.
wine.
Doing well in
But
this.
looking at the
Juice's
mini-map,
timing.
it's
Oh,
nice
man,
from
that's
Fnatic.
He's going to go and commit towards that CT side, or at least he had a glance that way.
They
but
got a TP back of
it's
sight.
already
It's going to be a
taken, well, that's
three-person
posted
back
up,
of sight
if he
hold
goes
if the
back.
Yoru doesn't go down.
Oh!
Nice shot.
How are you winning that? How are you the one to win that kayak? Just going to have his bell rung at that point. As Alpha fancies a go, and well, yeah, Alpha seems to win these. So, now the pressure on the B site. YU and CFAT BB going to be forced
Big recon.
to try and play out back to the wall. Valorant here.
Oh, no
See
one shot the
players
recon.
trying to build up towards it. Crashes has a go. Falls a little short. CFAT BB still trying to be prepared. Delivers bullets into the body of Kron. And now more. Alpha still standing. And so
Oh,
is
hold up.
Poster. A 2v2. And a plant on the cards. The deadly duo still holding. Alpha has been the
Ravnet,
man to
Omen
watch
flash.
here. 2 already in the round, 20 in round 15. Does anyone dare show Boaster? You absolutely.
Oh, God.
Boaster
The timing
there on
is
the way back
pretty
through.
insane.
Spring, oh,
Whoa, okay,
how
kind of
did he
forgot
get
about
out
Spring.
there?
Yeah, we're all focused on
Spring
Alpha.
lines up,
Pretty much forgot about the
takes both.
best
Both
stat
and
guy. I
Alpha
think
down.
at least he's at least in top
Lysor
3 with stats.
escaping death there. I mean, Boaster also, to a degree,
Bad exchange.
30 seconds left.
beautifully done. Why you really to, I guess, posture up enough to protect CFAT BB as
enemy remaining.
the second layer.
Ah, great shots. That second one's really
Yeah.
fast.
Interesting. Maybe feeling as if Boaster was almost dead to rights in that
Yeah, maybe.
situation and had to make
His
the
current
move.
top 1. What a tournament from him.
Spring unfaltered.
Okay, Alpha with his all out on this one.
Win the round.
3 people from Wolves come by next.
Alpha's got the tour de
And
force.
they go for the EG,
Oh, I like this confidence.
Flash,
level, Juicy.
Recon, Odin.
Why
But
not
this
make
time they actually
try and make
follow it
something
up
happen
as
with
well.
that
I don't
form?
mind the
It's a
idea
bit
at all. You're
short
trying to
sight,
make
so
it
much.
look
I'd
like
like to
it's
see
just
some
the
support
normal
around
EG
that.
strat where you're trying to punish people in this area. And then you push all the way
Necessarily a
through.
threat just yet. Tucked
It's
behind
not a
the
bad
smoke.
idea, but it doesn't
Don't
work.
expect YU with this setup to be swinging out, but speaking of swinging, Kayak, there's 1 for 1 here. Deep control now on the back of Lysor's utility.
And I like that Lysor's working behind this too. Like actually pushing out deeper towards A main. That's
It's that
huge
leapfrog
space.
effect and
Yeah.
kind of just closes doors for Fnatic and puts Wolves in a position to rotate effectively, but
I was going to say, like, surely if you're YU, you're feeling very, very strained in this. You're on an island. We saw that CFAT BB was over towards kind of like tree sort of side, but as it stands, Fnatic are heading back
I
towards
mean,
A.
Lysor has all and Gravnet, but he's on his own. And his wall just went down. So Boaster's calling on this one's pretty good. 4-person group over towards short, but the pressure of the wall going down is just passive pressure over towards main.
could line it up here.
Oh, dear,
Oh,
but
he
was
hit
deeper,
one at the
and Boaster's
back.
been saved.
Yeah.
So now the site's wide
A
open.
huge
and
win
the
for
quad's next
Fnatic.
on the cards.
Let's just
Good
see
calling
if
from
BB and
Boaster.
Mayu now
As soon as that wall goes down, I was watching him on his
themselves in a 2v4
cam as well.
awkward
He has an
weapon
idea
ring.
of what he wants to do.
Plenty of util, yes, but
Does it perfectly on the timing.
almost a freebie to tee this up.
Revealing area.
Dart's going to go in. Yeah, no connection.
Oh,
no.
didn't even
Boaster
get to
actually
save
the
it.
one to find the wall bank.
Hello there.
Oh, for both of you.
11, Mike. It's getting closer now.
Yeah, I mean they got it. They got low by.
It feels like they've hit that brick wall in my mind. And,
Yeah.
and I'm worried that they don't know what else to do in this regard. They've been a great side, but it feels like they've just started to run out of steam now.
For sure, I think you talk about the pedigree and they have to overcome in the form of Fnatic here. In a best of 5, no less, we're talking about, you know, Wolves coming here, stealing hearts, stealing dreams from
That'd
other
be one hell of a
teams.
timeout.
Big
And maybe they
names.
force into
Yep.
this.
I mean, they're the real deal, right? There was a lot of those kind of checkpoints that you go through. You're like, oh, an upset run, how fun. But maybe you can chalk it up to a couple of weird results or people underestimating them. I don't think you can anymore. The way these guys have played has been spectacular.
Sure, I mean, I even said it in the loss. Come away from that series with your head held high.
Boaster? No, yeah,
I think
he's
that-
playing great. He's
again,
fragging
it's a
heavy. His calls have been
grounding
good.
feeling now to be even discussing that, but
Like,
level 5
so we can
scoreline
ask from
here
him,
on
really.
Ascent already trailing by a map in a best of
Detail's
5.
been nice.
Yeah.
That reality looming in the background. Yeah, you're almost looking at conceding 12.
Then it is do or die. Then you got ults coming through for Fnatic. I mean,
Okay, I was
the
wondering if they were going to
compounding
force
problems are
buy
there.
into this.
There's 2 sheriffs.
And
look,
they're
at the
having none
start
of
this
it.
tournament, not many
And
would have
then they
backed
pretty
Wolves.
much accepting with
Many
this that it's going to go
underestimating them, not
to
seeing what maybe some could.
12. I was
We've
thinking
started
they
to
were going to
believe a
save
bit
enough
more.
for the op, but
And maybe there's still something there to be had.
maybe they don't fall
As
you
it
to
stands,
it. We'll see.
Fnatic, hell, they guessed right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolves do this all the time as well
Wide
on the
open
ecos.
site here.
Insta stack at the
Wide
beginning.
now. I guess privy to the fact there could be presence here. Again, he's just locked out of this. There's no chance to find a kill
Oh.
ahead of this plant going down. And yes, it will be a full 5v5 in the post, but 4 sheriffs in a classic. This would take a massive fumble from Fnatic to even give them a chance to find a way back in.
Well, there's the first bit of signs of life shown. Plenty of util still to burn through for Fnatic. Not feeling too much of the strain yet. Honestly, Boaster, relax. Let him have a moment, even have a chance. There we go. See if that BB can at least land one, but it feels like a consolation
Look at Fnatic's
here.
ults as well.
Fnatic looking to
They
try
got
and
good
finish
ults.
this with a flourish. Oh my god, lovely.
It's a nice shot. With that kill, he gets all though.
It anymore. 3 players, and that ain't gonna work.
Okay,
It's
7
12
goes at
now.
it.
Fnatic, 1 round away from a grand finals, and for Wolves, 1 round away from going home.
So many chances here for Fnatic to draw this out, eventually find just 1 more round. Hunter's Fury here, Neural Theft available for Wolves, but you look to the other side of the scoreboard, you see Alpha sat at 22 and 11 and another operating in
He
hand.
looked up to see him laughing.
Fnatic feeling like they're on the home stretch here.
Could be the final round, couldn't it?
Yeah, and they got
Wolves
great
in
ults
play,
though.
for Wolves could maybe
Okay,
tilt the
earlier
scales,
trip.
and on the other side,
And these kind of
Crashy
trips,
has his,
these
Kayak
kind of trips
has
are
his.
honestly a little bit
Boaster
underrated.
too.
Online, you're gonna hear this every
How
day.
they decide to
On
approach
on
this
LAN, you don't hear it
round.
getting placed. Obviously, once they go close, they'll hear it. But
One
there's
trick
a
here
couple of
with the
stuff
drone
like this
over
that
the
you can
top.
get away with.
Difficult to deal. Oh. Yeah, step aside.
I got you.
Let me deal with that one for you.
Okay. But Alpha's been given freedom, which scares me.
Yeah, but he
Have-
gets
have a
the
play
trip
middle,
of
mate.
early info
Going
here,
on.
so it's
Going
fine to
A.
take the jewels and
There's
doesn't
2
have to
players
worry
trying
about
to deny
it.
them. Lysor is here. so is Spring. About 45 seconds. It's been quiet across the map. No early attempts made by Wolves. And fair play. You're up against it now.
How do you address this?
They're at the
Yeah,
door.
Serve ult's ready for this one.
Trying to open this round wide open.
There we go, here comes the
Wide
serve ult.
open the site. Not an awful lot of presence here. Hunter's Fury to
Dude, he's
follow up.
blocking him.
Finds the first. He's gonna
He
connect.
body
Right on
blocked
the
him.
fall.
There's an answer back though. CFAT BB posts it right back towards Alpha. Spike now cautiously stepping in with 18 seconds. Spring's still here.
He's still
they
here.
Don't know about Spring. Now they do. The trap gets
Time.
squashed, but still, it's a
Great
3v3,
omen
and
flash.
it's now at 8 seconds. They need that plant. The temptation to try and deny was there, but
They got
no
drone
one
for
able to
retake.
capitalize. Juicy,
Chronicle late luck
YU
on
and
shot.
CFAT BB, the ones to try and mount this comeback to take this
Yeah,
site
Cypher
back.
goes over towards door because he wants to ult the body that's on the floor here.
Rashi's gonna
And
shoulder.
does Chronicle just
Chronicle
insta
here,
swing.
and Chronicle was a late round piece, Lauren.
Plenty to play with. Wolves gonna have to try and do their best, but Bosa takes away
Really
Juicy.
nice from
Crumb
Chronicle.
as well. It's all down to one. CFAT BB, the ones who made people believe in Wolves, now has to face
Boaster was
the
last
final
seen here and he
two
doesn't know
of
if he
Fnatic.
cancelled his ult or
But
not.
that time is
He's in a
ticking.
one-way.
I think we
Okay,
know.
very nice for
3-2.
Fnatic. Dude, they're
And
3-0 on Ascent at the moment. Ascent's looking nice.
And they're back
Okay,
again.
Fnatic Paper X. And Paper X get 2 bans. And they're either going for, I mean, they're going for a Haven 100%, and then it's either Ascent or Icebox. And I think that either's fine.
Wolves, man. What a run. Heartbreaking.